Today we're going to jump in with an example of how to use the ifelse function in R. For pharmacokinetic data, this may be useful to set concentration data that is set to a non-numeric value such as BLQ, meaning below the limit of quantification, to a numeric value such as 0 or half the value of the assay's lower limit of quantification. So let's get started. First, let's open the R console. Go to File and open a new script to work in. Remember to save the script as you work. Now, the new R editor window will open. I'll just reposition so we can see everything clearly. Let's get going by inputting the data. We will term the data file simply as data, and we'll use the read.csv function to import this data. If you want a refresher on data import, I'll add a link to the tutorial below. Highlight the row and run by hitting F5 button or the Edit tab and select Run Line. Next, let's take a look at the imported data using the head function, which will allow us to see the first few rows of data. You can see the column names didn't come in quite as they were presented in the original CSV, and this is because we have spaces and forward slashes included in the column names. We can quickly rename these columns. Using colNames function with the dataset, we can assign column names as dose, subject, time, and concentration. Go ahead and head up the dataset. We can now see the column names are appropriately renamed. We have concentrations where samples below the limit of quantification are set to less than LLOQ of 0.5 microgram per mil. Let's use the ifelse function to set these values to 0. Let's create a new column in our dataset called conc_BLQ. In the first statement of the ifelse function, we're specifying the condition, i.e. if this is true, then the second statement applies. Here we state that if concentration is set to less than the lower limit of quantification, conc_BLQ will be set to 0. The third statement specifies what to do if this condition is not met, and in this case, we will set to the actual value of concentration. This results in BLQ samples being set to 0 only. Let's take a quick look at the outputs. Using the head function, we can see the data now has an additional column called conc_BLQ, and samples that are below the limit of quantification are set to 0. I hope this brief video was helpful to you. If you want to see more tips and tricks for R, please like and subscribe and let us know if you have any feedback.